Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Cross, and today we got another video for you guys. It's gonna be my first ever 5 tips and tricks on Escape from Tarkov. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it's something you guys haven't heard already. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. And tip number 1, beware of the thieves on Flea Market. I say beware of the thieves on Flea Market because I cannot tell you how many times I fell for this. I don't want you guys to fall for it just like I did. I'll give you a great example. It still gets me today sometimes if I'm not paying attention. I go in there, I want an IFAK, I scroll down because I'm cheap and I don't, well, first I filter because I'm cheap and I don't want to buy the most expensive IFAK. Then I scroll down past all these because I definitely don't want to give these guys 3 packs of sugar for an IFAK or gunpowder for IFAK, because why would anybody do that, you know? So I go down, I'm scrolling, and boom, 15,999 for an IFAK. Sweet. I'm buying it. Wait, before you buy it, look, 7 out of 300. He's selling you guys for 15,999 rubles an IFAK with 7 HP in it. Attack frog, huh? Let me catch you out in a raid. Let me catch you. Let's go to another one. Look at these guys are selling the same thing. So 300 at 300 for 1,000 more rubles. Obviously it's worth it. He's got 300 at 300 versus this guy who's selling it to you for 15,999 with 7 in it. So he knows what he's doing. He's just trying to pull a sly one. So just be aware what you're buying on the flea market so you're not wasting your money. All right, tip number 2, it's probably a lot of you guys already know, but you have this thing called an ensure button when you go into a raid, which it didn't pop up. That's weird, but you have a button on the bottom right hand side. It says ensure your weapon or your gear or anything you want in case someone doesn't pick it up so that you can get it back, right? The thing with that one, to make it super ensure, when you ensure your weapon and you go into that raid and you're fighting, you get surrounded by 5 people and you have no other choice to do what Cross always does and runs for his little life, because he has that M4 he doesn't want to lose. But the only difference between me and a lot of other people is I ditch my weapon while I run somewhere where they don't know where it's at, or quickly ditch it in the corner and continue to keep running. And when they finally catch up to me, they find that I have a pistol in my hand or some shotgun that I picked up randomly. And that's all they get, you know? And sometimes they'll find it, I don't know. Most of the time I don't even know if I get it back or not, but half the time you will get it back if you ditch that if you ditch your weapon in a corner, or if you ditch your weapon off the side or something like that, you know, or you just don't have enough room to carry all these weapons that you have, but you have your weapon that's insured. Go ditch it somewhere in a bush or somewhere where you know someone's not gonna look, and you're good. Like, or another good example I use all the time, I die, I tell my buddy, hey, they're about to loot me, so grab my weapon, go ditch it in a freaking bush somewhere. Or I say bush because that's where my weapons is. If you kill a guy named Cross, go look in a bush near him, you'll find his weapon, you'll find all his gear in there. You can ditch anything. You can ditch more than your weapon, but mainly I save my weapon. So hey, go get my weapon, man. The dude killed me, he's about to loot me, and yeah, he'll grab it, ditch it in the bush real quick, take off, and hey, I'm good for the next raid, you know? I gotta wait a couple, 24 hours, but hey, I got it, you know? Better than the other guy getting away with it. So that's gonna be my tip number 2. I think it's personally a good tip. You call it what you want, but hey, I haven't heard it on YouTube yet, so I'm gonna throw that out there. Tip number 3, you guys definitely heard this one. I'm just gonna emphasize it even more. Take food and water. When you guys go into these raids and you're getting kitted up and you have all this gear and you're ready to go in and you're dominating, and then you realize halfway through the raid, like, hey, I'm getting hungry, or my guy's like thirsty, and you used everything. Yeah, you bought food and water, but you just didn't bring enough. So it's better to be over prepared versus under prepared, because 9 times out of 10 you probably won't need it, but the day you do, it's gonna be definitely worth it. So just a easy, quick reminder, I guess you can say, keep enough food and water on you to keep you going through the whole raid. Because remember, a lot of these raids, sometimes I catch myself in them for like an hour and not even realize it, you know? I go the full hour and hey, like I'm barely surviving through it, or I'm like struggling to get past that threshold of like not dying and just barely making it sometimes, when I could have just easily brought a hot rod or a Snickers or something, you know, to keep me going. So just a quick easy tip: bring a little bit extra food and water. It doesn't cost too much. It's definitely not gonna break you if you lose it, so why not, you know? Bring it. It would save you a whole lot of time versus searching through a million boxes to try to find a Snickers or a energy drink to keep you alive, you know? And then tip number 4, along with bringing enough water and food, you gotta bring enough bandages and splints and painkillers to keep you going as well. They kind of go hand in hand. If you bring food and water, you gotta bring the med kits, and you gotta bring the splints, the painkillers, or the morphine, or any of the injectors they're all actually pretty good, so you can just bring them. Like I said before, it's better to have extra than not to have any at all, because you don't want to be that guy that jumped off a cliff about yay high and broke your knees, and now you're limping the rest of the raid and you're struggling trying to get out, you know? So I see a lot of people I see a lot of groups running around, and there's always that one guy. Just don't be that guy. The one guy that's limping, you're gonna be the target. You're gonna get hit. So if you go in prepared and over prepared, that's great, and you can fit quite a bit. As you can see, this is like my basic loadout, what I take to repair myself. I have the Vaseline, the splint, and the IFAC. I don't know why I have painkillers in there, and the Vaseline painkillers kind of like cancel each other out. I probably just put that in there by accident, but this is what I run with. This the Serve 12, my splint, IFAC, Vaseline, and it gets me through my raid for the medical part of it very smoothly every time, and I love it, man. So this, I mean, just be prepared medically and with your food and water. Tip number 5: use your scavs. And what I mean by that is, like, I feel like you're so underrated. A lot of people don't use them too much, or they'll only use them if they have like a weapon. Like this actually is pretty decent sniper if they have something they like, you know? So whenever I started playing the game, I started using the scavs to collect weapons, you know? Like that was like my main goal, was trying to collect as many weapons as I possibly could, because why? I don't know, but I did. But now that I've played a little bit more and a little bit more familiar with the games, I mean with the game and the maps, I use my scavs to go to places that I haven't been, you know? Like if I'm not familiar with Shoreline too much, I'll go to Shoreline and see where I haven't been, or just go to different areas or different escape routes that I haven't been to, you know? Or just run different routes just to see where people usually go, or what are the hot spots, or where could I snipe better, or where can I hide better and get a better shots off. You know, it's just something to make your overall game a little better, and a great way of not losing gear and actually playing with live players. So I know you can do it in offline mode, you know you can do it with just NPCs, but doing it online with a gun that you potentially want to get out with, it just makes it a little bit different than going into an offline raid and trying to do it that way. So that's going to be my last tip. I really hope that this video and 5 tips and tricks helped you guys out in some way. If it did, comment below on the tip that you liked the most and the tip that you thought was useless. So this is Cross once again, and like always, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down below. It helps the channel grow. If you have any recommendations for future videos, also let me know down below, and I'm out.